Now, in the main DC universe, Batman's villains hate him. But in this universe, they really have a legitimate reason to hate him. Support the comic entry by visiting your LCS. My name is Dorian. This is SCN Comics. We continue our coverage of Absolute Batman. Number 12. Our story starts off with Batman in the sewers. He's trying to catch his breath and goes, "You saved me." And then we see Killer Croc, or his friend Wayland, right next to him, and he goes, "Yes, now you saved me." And Batman's like, "I will, I swear, I'll find a cure. And he just yells, "No!" Talking about Wayland. He's like, "The hunger, Bruce. It hurts too much. Please save me." Bruce goes away and Croc just yells, "Do it!" So Bruce takes out his ear knife or his ear dagger, whatever you want to call it. And he comes down hard right next to Croc's head. And he's like, I can't. So Killer Croc grabs his hand and goes, "I will." And Bruce is like, "Wait, no." And the knife gets right to his eye. And all of a sudden, Bruce's big old boot comes out of nowhere. And he says, "I said no." Kicked him right in the jaw. And then we see how big his mouth is, which he can swallow Bruce with one bite. And that's saying something because we know how big this Bruce is. So then Croc is like, "I should have left you in that place." And he takes off in the water. And Bruce is like, "Wait, we can beat this, Wayland. Wait." As we see Bruce still missing teeth, but Croc is gone. So then we go back in the past and we see Bruce and Selina, and they're both looking at this apartment that looks really expensive. And the ladies pretty much letting them know exactly what the apartment amenities are and everything else, and probably how much it's going to be, and they can afford it because they've been stealing a lot of money. So then Selina asks Bruce, did he tell Wayland yet? And Bruce is like, "I can't tell Wayland that. Like, he's not going to believe me. Like, he thinks he can beat Bibbo Lebowski, dude that pretty much got murdered by Black Mass. Like, people could say he didn't get murdered. That dude looked dead to me." So then Selina's like, "All right, then we need to make sure he wins." And Bruce is like, "How?" And she's like, "Same way we got this place. The rules aren't fair." So we stop playing by him. So then we cut to Bruce in present time, and we see that he's with Alfred. So he's probably in like Alfred's little hideout. And he's like, "How long have I been out?" And Alfred's like, "About 20 days. And Bruce is like, 20 days? And Alfred's like, "Yeah, you probably need to be asleep for more." He was like, "They put all that stuff in you. It's a delivery system for the venom. Like, I told you, you're in it now. Things have changed. You understand?" And Bruce is like, "Look, I'll be fine." So Bruce leaves out, and as soon as he walks out, the venom's already starting to mess with his head. He goes to his mom's house. She thinks it's Jim. She sees it's Bruce. She yells his name. She goes, "Thanks God." And then she slaps the Jesus out of him. And then she's like, "Just hug me. I need you to hug me." So then she starts telling him about Ozzy. And he's like, "Ozzy? What happened to Ozzy?" So then he gets down to Gotham Hospital. You got Gordon down there. I almost called him Commissioner Gordon, but he's not Commissioner Gordon. He's not Mayor Gordon. He's just Gordon. And Commissioner Bullock is there, and he's saying, "I owed him a favor, so that's why you're here, Bruce." Cops are there, and Dr. Tompkins is there. I believe this is her first appearance in the Absolute Universe. And she's like, "Let me explain something, Bruce. Like, I don't think you're ready to see your friend like this." So, of course, Bruce, through this whole thing, he hasn't been listening to anybody. And he's like, "Look, just let me see him." And Dr. Tompkins is like, "All right, I warned you." And man, Bruce could barely look at him. I mean, he is messed up. I mean, messed up. Like, he should be dead, but he's not. And Dr. Tompkins is about to explain why. As we see Bane corner Bruce's three friends, we see Ozzy is out there, and Bane grabs him first. And it's like, "You want to be big so bad. You even have lifts in your shoes. Let me fix that. And Bane starts to beat the bejesus out this man. I mean, beat him down. Broke every bone in his body. Some bones multiple times. And throughout all that, he didn't hit not one vital organ. He literally beat 2 feet off his ass. He's going to be 2 feet shorter. And he felt like he was already short to begin with. He is going to be in constant pain for the rest of his life. And it is all Bruce's fault. So then Bruce is like, has Harvey been by to see him? And Dr. Tompkins is like, Harvey? He's in the next room. Now, Harvey isn't as messed up as Ozzy, but he's still messed up. Messed up. And he's conscious enough to tell Bruce about himself. But before we get into that, pretty much once Ozzy suffered the worst beatdown that I have ever seen, Harvey took it upon himself to try to do something, even though I'm thinking to myself, it's a little bit too late for that. He had like a liquor bottle. He tries to go at Bane. Bane grabs him by the throat. He just picks him up like he's a child. He grabs the liquor bottle and he smashes it in between his hands and Harvey's head. The liquor is pretty much on the ground. Bane takes his huge boot, holds down Harvey's head, lights the liquor on fire, and now we have Two-Face. And Harvey tells him about a truant officer that pretty much told him that if he doesn't get away from his friends, that they will be his downfall. And here we go. And he's already getting into his Two-Face persona because he says, I hate you, Bruce. But only half the time. So now Bruce leaves the hospital and he goes to visit Eddie in his lab or hideout, whatever it is. And if you notice, the robot's head that we saw way back when, I forgot what issue it was, is missing. And he's like, oh, come on in, Bruce. He's like, you didn't hurt me. He actually challenged me to a game and said that if I win, I could kill him. He even handed me his gun. We played the game. I lost in 1 minute. So then Bane proceeds to push Eddie's eyes into his head and then starts to beat his head in. And Eddie is telling him that he could just feel himself getting dumber and dumber. So before he got too stupid, he decided to take his robot and combine it. And the way he looks is horrible. His brain's exposed, like, oh my God. But he's not even acting like he's mad at Bruce. That's the scary part. So then Bruce, like, doubles over in pain from the venom. And Eddie's like, looks like he challenged you too. So then we go back in the past and we see Carmine Falcone playing golf. This is before Black Mass pretty much murked him. And we see Bruce and Selena is trying to have a conversation with him about the fight between Waylon and Bibbo. And Mr. Falcone's like, so, you want me to arrange for the fight to be thrown? So then he's like, I guess Killer Croc is more like a crock of shit. And, all of his little bodyguards start laughing. So Bruce is like, look, we got something in the bag for you. Some of the best gold work in the city. And Mr. Falcone's like, how do I even know it's real? And Bruce is like, it's real because it used to be yours. Trying to bribe that man with his own money. Balls. So Bruce is talking on the computer and he's telling somebody to stand down. And they're like, stand down? Hold on, you don't tell the Red Hood gang what to do. And Bruce is like, stand down. And he ends the call. So I guess there is such a thing as a Red Hood gang. And I wonder who runs it. Maybe Jason Todd. So now Alfred's like, you lose one time and now you want to call everything off. And then Bruce is like, you see what he did to my friends, Alfred? Like, I can't beat him. He won. So all of a sudden they hear an intruder and Alfred's like, I think it's Bane. And Alfred ain't playing this time. He says, if Bane's coming for me, I got something for him. He got that Jesse the Body Ventura special, fresh from Predator. So they fan out and Alfred's like, where are you? Come on out and face us. And all of a sudden we see something come behind him. Next thing you know, he is snatched up. He starts shooting, but he don't know what he's shooting at. Next thing you know, he catches a foot to the face. He's punched. He's knocked out. He's dropped. And then Batman's like, you, what the are you doing here? And we see it's Catwoman, but her mask is like black mask with cat ears. What the hell's going on?